Hello. So it's over. We just got done watching it. Welcome, hey everybody. Welcome to me Minecraft Let's Play. So I'll just be like doing stuff most of the time. Yeah, we're talking about the PS5. You can join in a minute. But yeah, most of the time there will be like the trailers played over. You won't be looking at Minecraft forever. I will be splicing the trailers in post. But like, if you ever see anything, it's just gonna be me building just like random crap. You know, this is our server. We're here in the Netherlands. Like we pulled an RT and we've turned the Nether into the Netherlands. We've got the tulip farm from the famous tulip shortage history of the Netherlands. Netherlands also famous for the windmills. We built a windmill. So I'm probably gonna be finishing this river off. So I'm just gonna like do all the water in that river towards the Nether Fortress, which is, you know, gonna be turned into like a old style castle. But we're gonna get into the PS5. So yeah, let's open the book. We have a book here, and we've got all the things. 2 whole pages full. So the first 2 we can skip. First 3 we can skim over. There's a port of GTA 5 coming. There's no updates, no graphical enhancements, no like, you know, optimization. It's just 2K Games and Strauss Zelnick being like, hey, it's a port, give me more money. Okay, fair enough. Like, it is one of the biggest money makers in the world right now. I guess I can't blame you. And then we've got Spider-Man 1.5 and Miles, which is, again, literally just kind of a port of Spider-Man for the PS4, except they're adding a bunch of Miles Morales shit because, you know, Into the Spider-Verse with Miles Morales, that did good. So we're gonna keep that Miles train going, which, yeah, okay, that's fine. And then lastly we have for the ones that we're just gonna skim over, Gran Turismo 7, which is just more Gran Turismo. You know, it's a racing game. You get in your car and you race, and somewhere in there you might go off road a bit, and that's it. It's Gran Turismo. So those ones we can skip over. And again, all 3 of those were on the PS4. This is going to be a running theme, by the way. The power, as we look at the book, give me the inventory. The power of the PS5. None of these games, except for maybe like 2, will utilize the power of the PS5. GTA 5, it's just a port that's already on the PS4. PS5, not utilized. Spider-Man is on the PS4. PS5 power, not utilized. Gran Turismo 7 looks like Gran Turismo 4, 5, 6. It looks exactly the same. Nothing has changed because it's just another Gran Turismo for the sake of having a launch title, not utilizing the power of the PS5. But then we move in, open the book. We move into the first one, which is Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Which just look at it for a second. It's cartoony graphics, haha. Look at my cute little furry critter and his robot friend throwing cartoony bombs at cartoony animals. That shit looks like it's on the PS4, not utilizing the power of the PS5. But we'll start with that one. So how do you all want to do this? Do you want to like take it in turns or just go? What do you want to do?
Probably we can start with the whole list. I think they started with Spider-Man.
Well, I've skipped over Spider-Man because it's just a port, the same way as GTA and Gran Turismo. We're starting with Ratchet and Clank.
It looks... I also first and then blame if that's okay.
Yeah.
It looks okay, but like... they were supposed to be showing this because the PS5 has like basically no load times, and I can kinda see that, but at the same time, hey, it's the same model from Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus, and I think it was also the one from the movie game.
It's the one
two.
from the remake, like Ratchet and Clank the movie, the game.
Yeah, it's the same model. Clank, it does look like it's using ray tracing, but at the same time it could also just be a fancy sort of looking reflective texture, because I have seen those on Unreal 4 and 5, so could just be that. The worlds, I mean, the worlds look okay, but we still have the generic city and the generic stuff. Like, the only good part that looked was the dinosaurs, but they kept cutting into black, which either tells me that there are some loading screens, or like there are some like ways that they're sort of fading into low screens without you noticing. But it doesn't really look like a PS5 game. It looks like a PS4 game that they ported to PS5, because I don't know how much time this has been into development, but I assume it's been after the movie one. So yeah, they probably just ported it to the PS5, and that's going to be a recurring theme. Like, I think most of the games shown were going to be for PS4, but they had to like move them to PS5, and it's basically just using some of the technology to improve them. And then the female Lombax, I mean, it looks cool, but unless they really do something with her, like unless you can actually play her, or like be the alternate player with her, it's just gonna be another what's the name of the one on Ratchet and Clank 1, like the female Lombax or whatever?
Angelina Cross. I'm gonna tell you right now, people like the fact that there's been so many. There's like an inside joke. Let me quickly say about this inside joke. So like, when the Tools of Destruction came out, you know, where like Ratchet was the last Lombax, people brung up the question, you know, Angela's a Lombax. So what the fuck? You're telling me Angela doesn't exist anymore? And in-game, like, they heard those complaints, and in-game, in a cracking time, they brung it up as a joke, being like, the newscaster's like, well, she doesn't have a tail, and the other one's like, well, usually the female of the species is different from the male, Jeff. You idiot. So they kind of made a joke about it, but the developer, when he was doing a panel, is like, I hate Angelina Cross now. She is like Lord Voldemort. When I hear her name, it's just like the name that shall not be spoken, because every time everybody brings up Angela Cross, it's like, will they, won't they, yes, no, and it's just driven me mad, and it's now the bane of my existence, and I hate it. So yeah, like, the developers just really kind of have a grudge against Angela, because people won't shut up about her, and she's become the bane of their existence. But, you know, you just put a female Lombax in the game, and people are going to be like, oh, you put that one in, but where's Angela? She was a female Lombax.
No, I already see it. They're going to say that, like, you know how there's different dimensions and crossing and whatever? They're going to say that she's basically the Ratchet of another dimension, and it's a female.
Oh, yeah. Gender bent Ratchet.
They're gonna go with that. Like, it's basically that. And also, oh look, it's pink. I wonder what gender is she.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Blame, any comments?
What's it called? So, I mean, for one, yeah, for sure there's gonna be loading screens. Like, it wouldn't be a Ratchet and Clank game without loading screens. I mean, as far as who the character is, we won't know until they actually say who the fuck it is. I mean, it's not a remake of anything, because they just went through the whole remake shit. What are they gonna remake? What was the fourth game?
Deadlock, the Gladiator one.
Yeah, I don't think it didn't look like that. So, yeah, so it doesn't look like they're going for that. It looks like they're actually trying to make something different again. But definitely it did look like it was the remake models, so they might be going with that style still. I mean, I like Ratchet and Clank, but I mean, there's nowhere else to go with the story, and every time they keep trying to push it, it just keeps getting dumber. My hope would be that maybe it's just a whole nother character. Maybe they'll finally do the Lombax world side of stuff, like whatever dimension they're in, you know.
But I mean, if we did that though, if we went by whatever dimension they're in, that means we've got to acknowledge tools of destruction and be like, yeah, this guy like used, you know, Dr. Doofenshmirtz Dementinator 3000 to send them to another dimension.
Yeah, I thought it was always well established that maybe they weren't forced into, but maybe they chose to go to another dimension or some shit. I don't remember. I know that it came the dimension machine, whatever it was called. But I mean, there has to be an explanation for it. That's the only explanation they gave us. You can't just have a whole species just fucking disappear and be like, everyone be like, oh, I guess they're gone now. Oh well.
They're dead. Oh well.
But yeah, I mean, as far as again, we gotta wait and see what it actually is about.
Did they even put a year for that one?
Yeah, 2021.
Yeah.
Most shit is gonna be 2021.
There were only like 3 games that said 2020.
2020, and they were all PS4 games.
Mr. Bro, that launch lineup looks sick, right? Mr. Bro, 3 games? So good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not exactly that bad because consoles always launch in November, you know, to be the little thing that, you know, I want to be the thing that Timmy finds under the Christmas tree. So by the time it gets to like Christmas Day and all the kids open their presents, and you know the stores are obviously shut on Christmas Day, they're shut on New Year, so by the time you actually get to buy games, it's gonna be like January 2021 anyway. So like 2021, it isn't too much of a bad release date because most, like, you're not going to be able to buy it till December anyway. But yeah. So next was a very, very brief shot of the only game that may or may not utilise the PS5, which was Square Enix's Project Athia, which it's a pretty pre-rendered cutscene. That's all we saw. Don't know if anybody wants to add anything to it's a pretty cutscene.
Which one again?
Square Enix's like teaser trailer, Project Athia.
I
The
have
like
several things.
Like the 10-second trailer.
Yeah. For one, they said that fucking disclaimer that they put at the beginning. Oh, everything's running on PS5. If it's not even running on the Xbox Series X, because let's face it, Microsoft gave the dev kits even before freaking Sony gave them. I don't think that is running on a PS5. And then again, it says Project Aita or whatever. It's a project, like it's something that may or may not end up as a game. And knowing Square Enix and how they tend to change freaking engines from one day to another, and they basically become this freaking thing that is basically wants a better looking thing but can decide how it's going to do it. So I don't think that's going to be a game, and if it is, it's not going to show up until like 3 or 4 years if you want it, because if it's using Unreal 5, yeah, it's gonna take some time to like develop properly. So yeah, I don't really believe in Square after what they pulled out with 15. So yeah.
I'm also gonna say this, like they need to focus on Final Fantasy VII. I bring this up in my Final Fantasy VII review, and like obviously Final Fantasy VII is over 100 gigabytes the first part, and I'm like, well, what if, you know, let's say it's a minimum of 5 parts, that's 500 gigabytes, that's your PlayStation 4 filled up. But are we even gonna get all of Final Fantasy VII on the PS4? We have just had the reveal of the PS5, and once a new generation's revealed, the old ones die off pretty quick. And we've only just had part 1. Let's say it takes 3 years to make part 2. So 2023. you still going to be making games for the PlayStation in 2023 or the PlayStation 4 in 2023? Maybe. Let's say it takes another 3 years for the next part, 2026. You're going to be making a PS4 game 6 years in to the PS5's lifespan. Like, I don't even think we're going to finish Final Fantasy VII on the PS4. I think they're just going to give up and move to PS5. And, you know, they got to finish that, like, now, because that's kind of their main project that they've committed to. So, yeah, I don't think Project Athia is going to be anywhere for a long time. But,
Lame.
I think Blame's dead.
No. What?
Project Athia, the pretty cutscene by Square Enix.
What?
Yeah, no. It was 10 seconds. I'm not surprised you missed it, so whatever. But then we got an intermission from the games, and we got to see the controller. Ooh, that controller with those hairpin mechanical triggers. And the main thing that they really zoom the camera in on, the USB-C, because like USB-C is kind of the standard nowadays, and they're like, ooh, look, we're not using micro USB anymore. We got USB-C, baby. And our controller looks like a fucking Stadia controller.
I'm gonna tell you, that controller is gonna be more expensive than any Joy-Con controller right now. That controller is going to be at least like 150 or 100.
I know, they didn't even say, oh, that's another thing we didn't talk about. How much is that fucking controller going to be when you want to have just one more controller?
Oh yeah, that's going to be...
Mr. Pro, let's see if they have that fucking joystick drift, Mr. Pro.
Well, how much is like an Xbox Pro controller? Aren't they already like 100?
Yeah, but they're a Pro controller. They have like triggers behind, and you can program them, and they have like some premium materials and stuff. The normal controller costs around 50 to 40 bucks.
Yeah, it's like 60 bucks.
And I'm guessing the Xbox Series X one is going to be around that price too, because it's basically just a controller. Like, it's not going to have any of the freaking high-tech stuff that Sony's putting in.
Oh yeah, but like... That means that if they've also got like the USB-C and the hairpin triggers and stuff, that means that they too are going to be charging like 100 for that thing.
So is that stupid presentation finally over?
Yeah, but we're recording the video, so like, just we'll be going through shit. So
I still have to wait then.
Yep, you can either join in or you can be quiet.
Well, I'm gonna be. Oh, I can't say anything.
You can join in on the comment. Did you watch the presentation?
I listened to what you were. Oh, a reaction from Muffy.
Well,
not then.
I'd potentially be quiet then because it's going on YouTube. Alright, no problem. Well, you'll know when it's over. I'll say goodbye, but yeah. So, next, we had the Live, Die, Repeat movie made into a video game with Returnal, which...
Oh.
Yeah. Which, you know... Hi, okay, I mean, Live, Die, Repeat. But let me just say, though, I've just left my bloody what's-the-name up. But let me just say, though, the goddamn fucking model that people are looking at right now, because I'm putting the trailer over the top, that is a PS3 model. Her face, like, you know, not to be mean, but damn, girl, you fucking ugly. That's like a PS3 face. That's bad. The power of PS5, everybody, with like fucking Final Fantasy VII blocky face there. That bad. That bad face. But yeah, you know, we saw guns. We saw sci-fi shoot the gun, and that's about all I have to say. It didn't really interest me. It just looks like you shoot the gun.
For the Returnal, right, Mr. Pro? I mean, it kind of looks like... I don't know the games off the top of my head. I've definitely seen like a couple games where, if you die, you restart, or you pull back the time, and meh. I mean, if you like it, it's fine, but it's not really a... it's not really something that's gonna draw me in to buy a console. Bro. You know?
Moon.
I think it looks like the model. I don't know if it was the lighting, but yeah, the model of the girl looked like really, really bad. But it just looks like another procedurally generated thing. Like, and I've seen a lot in the recent times.
Oh yeah,
so-
because they said like every time you die, the world's different or some shit.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
it's
sorry. You mean the crazy lady, the one going crazy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's some kind of procedural generation stuff where it changes every time you die. Blah blah blah. Yeah, no, that one was worse. I thought you were talking about the one where the guy we're gonna say later, the one that he keeps getting also.
Oh yeah,
like,
him. No, I'm talking about like damn girl, you ugly. Like, yeah, but go on, continue, Moon.
But yeah, the model looks really iffy. It kinda looked like. Have you seen The Good Dinosaur? From Pixar. It's a movie. It's okay. So basically, imagine like a cartoonish dinosaur in a hyper-realistic world. So I think it basically did that because the model doesn't look exactly that realistic. It looks like sort of cel-shaded. And the environment looks really, really detailed, like the environments look great. But then again, it was a cinematic, so I don't really trust those unless we actually see the HUD and everything. Like, I still don't trust anything.
We saw a bit of gameplay where she was shooting a gun.
Well, she was shooting a gun, but then again, it could be just like something that they made like in-engine, like and everyone else, because unless it was like a freaking first party, I wouldn't really like trust anything that you see because they say, oh, it's running on PS5. If they got the dev kits like around a year ago, I don't really think they have stuff already built and like looking that good already. I don't think so.
Well, I mean, you say it looks good, but I don't think it looked that good. Again, she looked bad.
Oh no! The model looks awful, but I'm meaning the environment. Like the environments do look good, but it's the same thing. It's like a PS4 game that could have been like PS4, but they have to push it to PS5
Because it's time to sell a new console, time to get more money.
Yep.
Alright,
That's fine.
next is Yoshi's Crafted World, Sackboy's Adventure. So, this is Sackboy's Adventure, and as you can see from what we can see, you don't even Little Big Planet anymore. You don't even get to design your own levels. It's just like, no, fuck you. We've taken the creation tools away. You're literally just going to be playing with Sackboy now on Sackboy's Adventure.
Which, bro, we don't know if you can't customize
We
it,
don't
but...
know, but like they were very heavily emphasizing, hey, it's a platformer, it's the adventure now. People are past that crafting phase. It's about the adventure now. So like, yeah, and you know, Little Big Planet 3 wasn't exactly the best, so yeah, no, that's a miss for me. That'd be a... Not that I'm going to buy a PS5 after, you know, all the stuff that we'll get into in a minute, but that's a miss from me. And also, again, Little Big Planet, it's a cartoony little sack boy. The power of the PS5. We're really pushing that massive fucking hardware that you needed to cram into the thing. Oh no, we're not. But yeah, that's what I've got to say on that shit. Moon.
Okay, here we go. I mean, it's Crafted World. It's just like on 4K maybe, but it's basically just another Crafted World looking game. It didn't really look like a PS5 game. Maybe some of the like effects with the lighting and like the lightning and the electricity, but aside from that, it doesn't really look like a PS5 game. It looks like a PS4 game because we didn't really have a Little Big Planet on PS4. I think the last one was on PS, or we did have one, but it was like from Sumo Digital, which was a totally different studio. But like, yeah, it didn't look that great, honestly. Like, if you really wanted to showcase the power of PS5 and the future of gaming, I mean, I don't know. It even looked like a PS Vita game in some stages, because we did have a Vita game of Little Big Planet and stuff. And I think the reason they really don't want to do another craft your own world thing, probably because people really got sour on the last one. So yeah, I think that they really want to go out of it, but I don't think it was the best decision, because Little Big Planet was better known from the crafting thing and the stickers and all that. Not really from the, oh, we're Super Mario 3D World, because that's also another thing. It gave me vibes of Super Mario 3D World. Like, the stages looked like 2D stages that were played in 3D, and 3D World didn't do it that good, so
What about 3D World was great. I loved 3D World.
No, it was good, but on sales, it didn't do as well as like New Super Mario Bros. Because it basically wasn't like a 3D Mario game. And they could have done a 3D, an actually real 3D Sackboy game, but this does look like a 3D World game. Like, it looks like semi 2D, and it looks like the levels are going to be like really short.
Also, are you shit talking the Vita?
No, I'm saying that it looks like a video game because we basically got a Little Big Planet game, and it looks sort of similar as to what I'm thinking. Because again, it's like simplified objects. It's like cardboard, it's your stickers, it's not really...
You're making that sound like a bad thing. Alex is gonna want a word with you shit talking his precious Vita.
Again, I'm not shit talking the PS Vita, I'm shit talking the PS5 because it doesn't look like a freaking next generation console. It just looks like, oh, we're going to max up the brightness, so you think that it's next generation, but it's basically just putting up the setting to higher levels. Nothing else. Yep.
Blaine, you got anything about Little Big Planet?
No, it's... I'm sorry, I'm just... Like, the Little Big Planet just doesn't fit nowadays. Like, it's seeming, it's what they do, it's just not... doesn't do anything. So I don't know why they bothered to make another one, honestly.
Right, let me get my book out. What's next? Next is that fucking Rocket League Part 2 trailer that I just kind of glanced over because it had the shitty rap music, Destruction All Stars. It looks like Rocket League 2, but I wasn't really paying attention, so... You know, if either of you want to pipe up on that one.
On which one?
Destruction All Stars, the one that looks like Rocket League and had the rap music.
Oh, the fucking one where they were running around, kicking cars, kicking each other, blah.
Yeah.
I mean, that looks like one of those games that people are gonna try, mess around with, and then get bored. I mean, I will say this: that what they did mechanically, like, you know, having the cars break apart, you know, having the stage break apart, everything that looks good. That's, you know, great programming and everything like that. But I mean, other things have kind of tried that, where maybe not necessarily with cars, but even with other things, they just wear thin very, very quickly. And that looks like the kind of thing where with that you don't have a full party of other humans. Well, you're not going to be doing. Well,
I won't be surprised if that is actually a free-to-play game. I just kind of feel like that's giving me like free-to-play vibes for some reason. You got anything to say on Rocket League Part 2, Moon?
Yeah. It's just Rocket League with Overwatch. And this one is where you really see that they just freaking put the like lighting up in the sky, because it was too bright. in some parts. Like I get that it's like stadium or whatever, but it looked too bright for my comfort. I don't know if it was just me, but it really looked like the faces and the colors look like washed out. So instead of looking like natural or actually like vibrant like it should, because it's a destruction derby sort of game, it looked kind of washed out and really like bright, which is something that I don't know is going to be distracting and stuff. Also, literally one of the characters is Genji, so yeah, I don't know if they're gonna get sued about that, but it just looks like another multiplayer hero arena stuff. And I don't know if it's gonna flop, because let's face it, either you do it really well or you just flop like several others, like Lawbreakers and Bleeding Edge and all those.
I tell you what though, like there's one character that they made specifically to be like the bait of the game, and you know that she's gonna have like all the art, which is that wolf girl. Like she's got like a blue giant wolf hoodie or wolf suit on, because she had like the sleeves that end in the paws. That's the bait right there. But yeah, that's Rocket League 2. What's next? Oh, Kena, Bridge of Spirits with the little black Pikmin looking things. That looks good. I mean, again, it's cartoony graphics. It ain't PS5. But I mean, I like the look of that. I would actually, if that come on PC, I wouldn't mind trying that one.
Which one was it, the Pikmin one?
No, Kena, Bridge of Spirits. It's like a girl, and she's got a staff that also shoots like a bow. It shoots magic arrows, and she's like...
Oh, yeah, I saw it. Again, it's just a cartoony looking thing, so shaded, so... It looks good, but it's probably gonna be a third party, and it's gonna be somewhere else. So yeah.
That's what I mean. If that shit comes on Steam, I would actually like buy Kena. That shit looks like... It kind of reminds me, with the fact that all the creatures or all the enemies are made out of wood. It reminds me of Tak and the Power of Juju with the woodies. I would actually like look into that one if it comes to anything else.
Yeah, we'll look into that one too. It looks good. I mean, I don't think it's gonna go to Switch because it looks a little bit taxing on the graphics in some parts. Well, unless they freaking put it on low settings and everything, but they haven't really announced, or I haven't seen anything about it. But yeah, I mean, it would probably be good if they port it to the Xbox. But yeah, it's an okay game. It didn't really surprise me again. It's just another game. Oh, and another point that we forgot to mention. Throughout, because they have this thing, oh, it's gonna be 3D audio. Oh, wear headphones because we're gonna use 3D audio, whatever. It's just surround sound, because like it's basically, if you put a pair of headphones, like earpods, AirPods, whatever you have, it's basically surround audio. I didn't really feel the difference. Like anything that they did, I've seen it or heard it in like YouTube videos or games when I'm playing something on like the Switch. Even the Switch can kind of have that surround audio with the headphones, so yeah, that's not really a big game changer. It's basically just surround audio, but maybe a little bit more finesse, but I didn't really feel the difference. I don't know if you were using headphones, Spyro, but I didn't really like... No, I didn't really feel.
Blame, you got anything about Kena?
What?
Kena, the little black Pikmin, the girl shooting the magic.
No, again, this is, I don't know why PlayStation always does this, especially when they launch a new console. They just try to ride everything on artsy looking games, and that's kind of looks like what all it is, trying to be artsy and, oh my god, look at our story. You don't really do much. You just Oh, look at our likable character. Wow.
Alright, next on the list, Oddworld Soulstorm, that PS3 looking, oh god, that, like, fucking, what's his name, Lance, what are you doing, buddy?
Lance Lanning, I think it's called. Oh, it's British, by the way, so you can totally, like, friggin' go town.
No fucking, you're banned from the cup of tea, dude, that, like, I kind of like the Oddworld series, you know, the original, great, Abe's Exodus, even Munch's Exodus, good. Stranger's Wrath, a bit, you know, I don't know about that, Chief, but, like, they're usually okay, but Soulstorm just looks, like, really bad. Like, it's, again, the levels are kind of like Mario 3D World, where it's like, they're 2D levels, and occasionally, like, a train will come out the background and just, like, kill your little dudes. And again, like, all the items, like the train and the little people and all the enemies and shit, look like they're off the PS3. Not even PS4. They look like they're off the PS3, and it's like, oh no, I don't like the look of Soulstorm. And here's a little fun one. This is, hello, I am Post Spyro, welcome. So this is a little fun one that I'm going to be throwing in. So obviously, you can see I'm doing editing, I'm adding the icons, the little ring around who's talking, the trailers and stuff, taking me a few days to make it. And it turns out that in these couple of days of editing, all of our speculations were real. So Oddworld, this is the first one, and I'll interject every time that we need to, but as you can see from this picture, Oddworld also releasing on PS4, exclusive for a while, but then also coming out PC later. So what we're seeing right here could actually just be PS4 footage. It might not look as good as a PS5, because it very well might be just a PS4. And there are even more of these to come, which I will point out as we get into the video. But for now, let's get back to Oddworld.
Again, it looks like a freaking PS3 game. I think this was revealed either last E3 or like 2 E3s ago. Because I'm pretty sure I saw a video of Cadicarus that he played the Soulstorm beta or whatever the heck he played. It looks exactly the same to what they previewed somewhere. Like the gameplay and the video gameplay looks exactly the same. Probably because they are developing it for like multi-platforms, and it's probably also going to be on PC. But I don't know, it doesn't really do that graphically impressive. Like the cinematics maybe, but then again, it's cinematics. It's really not. I don't even think the cinematics look like good, to be honest. I'm gonna, if you want me to be honest, I think some of the older Oddworld cinematics look a little bit better than these ones, because I don't know, here Abe looks like sort of different, and like I know like it was like old graphics and he looked completely different and stuff, but I don't know, it looks like they changed something. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't look that, like, it tries to be green, but it's not really that green, because, you know, at the end he's like cutting off the things on his mouth or something like that. But I don't know, I think that they're kind of overdoing it, and they're trying to be like Twilight Princess, which isn't as grim as Majora's Mask. I think they're sort of going that route, and I don't know if I like it. And honestly, the gameplay is just another Abe's Odyssey, so yeah, it's not really. Huh? Because they're trying to, because they know that people know that Oddworld is supposed to be like this grim and dark world which has like some comedy in it. But on this trailer, they really focus heavily on the grim stuff, which did happen in the old games. But I also saw like some comedy and some like like dark humor stuff. And here I only see like dark stuff, and you see all the slaves dying, and everyone is freaking going nuts, and everyone's dying. And I don't know, it seems to me like they're going into this more like darker thing rather than the dark comedy thing. But yeah, it doesn't really look that impressive to me. And I thought, honestly, the first time I saw Abe in there, I thought it was another character, but apparently it is Abe. So I don't know. I'm just confused because I'm pretty sure they changed something.
Oddworld. You got anything about Oddworld?
I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of Oddworld. I mean, it always looks neat. I think I like kind of went through the story a bit. It's always like kind of neat, but again, it looks like one of those games where what's that? You're not a fan. Well, then I don't know if you're gonna like this game.
That's another thing. Oddworld is kind of niche, so I don't know if people are really going to buy it. I mean, obviously fans are going to buy it, but yeah, but then again, how many fans are really going to buy it on the PS5 if it's going to be multi-platform?
Fair enough. What's next? Next is one that I'm actually like really interested in, which is Ghostwire Tokyo that girl's making. Like, we've now finally got to see it, and it's like Dark Souls, I guess. You know, there's clearly different combat styles. So it's Dark Souls in Tokyo with, like, you know, yokai Tokyo mythos, like the Torii gates that lead to the spirit realm, and at one point you like pull Slenderman's heart out, and it's like, okay, yeah, you know what, you got me sold, lady. You got me sold on Ghostwire, and I know that's coming to other platforms because they've talked about that quite a lot. And just seeing like that trailer, you got me. You have piqued my interest in Ghostwire. I kind of really want to check that one out.
I guess I'll start.
I mean,
I think you were talking about Nakamura, or whatever her name is, like the Japanese lady, right? Yeah, she's out of this project, by the way. She's not really in the project. She's been out for like 1 or 2 months after the game was revealed, and she was on stage. She basically got the boot. So yeah, she's not even. Yeah, I mean, it's Bethesda. What did you expect? Yeah. So that kind of already gave me a red flag on the game. But aside from that, I mean, it looks okay, but it looks kind of like Prey. Like, it's this weird kind of first-person shooter-ish game, or adventure, whatever you want to call it. But I don't know, it looks to me like it's going to be a little bit repetitive, because you're basically going to be doing the same thing. You're going to, kill this yokai, defend this thing. I don't know, it looked kind of generic to me in some aspects, unless they actually bring in, like, a lot of yokais, which Japan actually has a lot, so maybe. But then again, it's Bethesda, so I don't really trust them. And also, again, it didn't look like a PS5 game. It looked like a PS4 game probably on the PS4 Pro. But yeah, it didn't really look that impressive. And again, this one has like sort of the opposite of all of the other games, where it was like kind of dark, but in the light parts it was really, really like blooming. So I don't know about this one, and I don't know if it said 2020, but I don't think it's going to come out 2020. It's probably 2021 or 2022.
I think it said 2021, but like, yeah, I'm still. You definitely got me on that one though. For me, you got me. What about you, Blaine? How are you feeling about
for your Tokyo game? Again, do you want like a Japanese Doom looking kind of thing, like where it kind of looks like it kind of had similar playstyle, except you use magic instead of guns? That's what it looked like to me. If you like that, go for it. Again, otherwise, I don't care. I really don't care much about PlayStation franchises. Are you ready with the next one, Mr. Paul? We're doing video, Mr. Slick. No talking.
Next one was one that's actually coming out this year. It's one of the only ones coming out this year. The Far Shore, where it was like that Indian guy that went to space and yeah. That's all I can tell you about it. That's what it looked like.
You mean No Man's Sky 2, Mr.
Yeah,
Paul?
No Man's Sky 2. What's everyone's thoughts on No Man's Sky 2?
Gotta go visit the other planets, Mr. Paul.
I'm gonna say I think it was one of the worst looking ones around. I don't know if it's the artistic way that they wanted to do it. I know that sometimes it's that way. But again, it's not a game that you want to showcase in the future of gaming because, I mean, maybe it's to do with the loading because there maybe no loading. But then again, we did have like that in Starlink Battle for Atlas, so I don't know. It looked meh to me, and it did look like another No Man's Sky. I would like to maybe see a little bit more, but honestly, it didn't look that impressive. Like maybe if you like space and all that stuff, but the worlds didn't look that creative or imaginative like some other space games that we've seen. So yeah, I would make it a pass, honestly.
Yeah, fair enough. Next one, the one that apparently you've heard about, Blaine, Godfall, Dark Souls with aliens, which again I don't see why alien worlds always have to be associated with rap music. You see, the kids today, they're all about the rap music with the hip and the hop. No, there was no need for that. Like it was already like. It was already looking just like, you know, Dark Souls with aliens and not that interesting already, and then the rap music just killed it. Why did you need the rap music? But yeah, for me, it, as I say, it didn't look that interesting. It looks like Dark Souls, but...
Well, I mean, I didn't say I really knew about it. I just kind of heard about it before, but, I mean, again, do you like Dark Souls looking gameplay? That's what you're gonna get. What it?
I think I did saw it because they revealed it on like some event this year, last year, something like that. And I think they have been working on it because it's supposed to be like the actually first PS5 game or something like that. But I think it's published by Gearbox, right?
Yes.
I think it is published by Gearbox. So again, I will be cautious with this one.
Good old.
And honestly, it didn't look that impressive.
Good old fucking Randy. Alright. Right, we're on page 2. Alright, quick interjection. My bad, we actually missed one. So I'm just going to do this one on my own, which is the one that you're seeing right now, which is the one from Hyperlight Drifter dudes that looks a bit like Journey. That looks cool. This one looks real fucking cool. This one actually might be coming on PC. I haven't checked that one. But yeah, this one looking cool. As you can see, it's like a 2-hour video, so... And I'm the only one here, but yeah, I'm excited for this. Looks interesting, you know, it looks in the style of Hyperlight Drifter again with the neon space colours and this strange, weird, journey-like world. So, yeah, thank you, iPad, for making that noise to inform me of things happen. But yeah, that one's looking good. But anyway, back to Hitman, which is Hitman. Next, Hitman 3, Death Awaits.
It's Hitman.
Yeah, it's Hitman. It's more Hitman. Did you like Hitman 1 and 2? Here's Hitman 3. It's Hitman, but the third one. Do you concur, Moon?
All your hard work.
Do you concur? Tom Nook, do you concur that it looks like a Hitman, it sounds like a Hitman, it even tastes like a Hitman, so it must definitely be a Hitman?
Yeah, as soon as I saw the fucking bald guy, I was like, yep, it's Hitman. It's Hitman. It's basically Hitman. I don't really like what they're doing with Hitman nowadays because they're doing it like episodic. I don't know if it's a Square thing that now they're turning everything into an episodic. But unless this is an actual like full game, maybe. But then again, it's the same formula that we've seen in Hitman 1 and 2. Which is like, oh, you have to kill this guy, and you have different ways, and it's kind of getting old at this point. I know that there's some variation and some challenges that you can do, but I don't know. It kind of feels like they're getting like stiff from doing the same game over and over again. So
The thing is, that's all you can do is the same game over and over again. Like the formula got tired after bloody like Blood Money.
Yeah. So if you like Hitman, then it's just Hitman. But I think it is also one of those games that is it's probably good for like experiencing people because they can do like different stuff and have fun with chat or someone else. But I don't know. It doesn't look that interesting because they were supposed to like define or like end some of the plot lines on Hitman 2. But it looks like they're just going on and on this. It looks like they're just going to release sequel after sequel. They will probably kill the lady, but I don't really think they will because she's also like a main character. So yeah.
Alright, well, alright, next one. Next one, the Astro Playroom, which we after a post commentary we noticed, and what's coming up in the future as well, we noticed that the VR seems to have mysteriously disappeared. I mean, I never Astro Playroom, the robots like that they used to advertise the PlayStation VR.
Oh, the little robot thing, yay!
And now there's no VR.
And mind you, it's a more powerful machine. You think like, what's that? Our PS4s will stop catching fire every time we try to use fucking PlayStation VR. Should we include PlayStation VR? No.
They didn't even say that the Astro Playroom was VR supported. Like, yeah, in fact, they haven't even said if the PlayStation 5 is VR supported, period.
Well, maybe there was a little watermark in the bottom we didn't see.
No, because they didn't show the PSVR. They would have shown it together, so I think they are moving on to like using probably augmented reality with the camera. But then again, that never really like was a big market because it's just a gimmick. Which other games are going to use the camera? Probably just this one. So...
Star Wars, the Han Solo dance party. Star Wars Kinect.
Well, yeah, maybe just dance because it's basically a Kinect. But then again, which other games are you really gonna have to play with this? I don't think many. And I don't know if was he controlling like the character with the actual controller, or was it all like with the camera? I don't know.
Don't actually remember. I think it was. You know what? I don't even think we saw any controlling whatsoever. Hold on. No, we do not see how you control it. Astro Playroom. Yeah, we don't see if it's controlled by a controller or the camera. We have no idea.
Okay, so this can either go two ways. They either ditch the VR and it's all going to be just with the controller, and it's going to be more like they're going to use actually the controller because it has like haptic feedback and everything. So they're going to, I don't know, showcase the controller things with this, or they're just going to go with the camera and ditch the VR. But I think they are going to ditch it either way, because we would have seen already the VR, at least the headset. And Astrobot was actually originally on the PSVR, and it was actually one of the best-selling games with that. So yeah, I think it's honestly this one. I think it's more a tech demo for the controller, as far as I can see it.
Fair enough. Right. Just minimize that. Blame what he said about the fucking robot men. The next one was Little Devil Inside, which like didn't show jack shit. It was like a guy fighting a cockatrice, and then an old man taking a shit, and then a guy throwing a bomb down into a well to kill a fish, and like that's it.
We're talking about
Little Demon Inside, where it was like that cartoony visual one where it was like a guy killing a cockatrice, then the old man taking a shit, then like the guy throwing a bomb down a well to kill a fish, and that's all it was. It looks I don't want to say it looks bad, like it looks fine, but like
it kind of looks, and again, this is just my opinion, it kind of looks like Breath of the Wild. Kind of looks like they try to imitate Breath of the Wild on the Sony console, on the PS5. It does have a little bit more cartoony, cel-shaded style, and again, it's not really a good thing to showcase in your PS5 thing, because you're not really doing anything that couldn't be done on the PS4 or even in because I'm pretty sure my laptop can run that one. But I don't know, it didn't look like that interesting to me. It kind of looked like dark, and it gave me some vibes like Don't Starve, because it's sort of like also a survival with darker tones. But I mean, I don't know, it's probably going to be okay, but I wouldn't expect it to be like super lengthy or anything, because I don't even think the studio is that big. It's probably either a third party or an indie. So I mean, again, it's okay, but I wasn't really interested in it. Like, some of the monsters design looks cool, but I mean, it's just another Breath of the Wild, and we already have it on the Switch, so not really.
I don't even know what to make of that one. Like, I get what you're saying, but then what's with the old guy like just sitting in the house taking a shit?
Can they just take a shit?
That would probably be the Stranding vibes, but I don't know. I mean, it's again, it's an indie team, so they're allowed to do like weird, crazy things. So.
All right. What's after that? Oh yeah. Let me get E for everyone.
E for everyone. Alright, man, here we go, man.
Sir, come upstairs.
Dunk on. Not gonna look.
You can't even guard me. Look, left, right, left, crossover, step back. Where like Waller. You can't guard me. Look. We got him! Everybody, give me!
Fine! Here! Take it! You cheap bastard!
That wasn't very everyone, but here you go.
Yeah, go on, child. Pull that lever.
Which one?
Spin that roulette wheel. We're going to get the children addicted to gambling again. It's NBA 2K21, boys.
Well, again, we don't even have to review that. It's the same shit, face. Get more shit there. Done.
I'm gonna call it out. Whatever they showed, it's not gonna be the final game because they did the same last time with the Xbox One. Like they showed a ton of like sports games and oh, it's gonna look so real. Oh, you're gonna see the sweat, and it ended up being the same engine.
Dude, of course it's not the real game because we haven't seen the casino yet.
Ah, that's true. But you know that they also only show that again after everything. And that's another thing, like, because now we know how the ESRB rates things, and now we know how some developers get away with some stuff, because basically the ESRB doesn't play everything.
Oh yeah,
they only play like a fraction of it. So yeah. Yeah, there's gonna be a casino in there.
Yeah, that's what NBA is. It's a casino with a basketball in the game, and we ain't seen the casino yet, so we know that that's not the full game. Anyway, but yeah, that you know, hit the lever. Shit, hold on. I pressed the wrong button. Give me this, and then give me back into my book. Next is Goodbye Volcano High. The Fur Affinity comic with dinosaurs. I'm going to assume, because it was just a cutscene, I'm going to assume it's like Life is Strange, and it's a visual novel, but with anthropomorphic dinosaurs.
What, we're talking about dinosaurs now?
Yeah, we're talking about Goodbye Volcano High. Life is Strange, but furry dinosaurs.
No, it's Night in the Woods, but with dinosaurs.
It gave me more vibes of Night in the Woods.
Literally just Night in the Woods with dinosaurs.
Why, is Night in the Woods also about graduation?
No, it's literally about people. This girl went off to college for like 2 years. She came back, but she's a cat, and all the other people are animals. Well, furry animals.
Yeah, college. So college graduation. Yeah.
It's literally just Night in the Woods but they use 3D models instead. That's it.
Yeah, it's basically Night in the Woods. Again, another. This one.
But this one though is obviously fucking furry bait. This one is Night in the Woods. They just did it just because.
The thing is, Night in the Woods does have like a good narrative, with like a couple of twists near the end. But it now just comes down to can Fur Affinity dinosaurs here pull off the same level of twist? Goodbye Volcano High. Also, PS4 coming to PC later on.
That's it.
I don't think so.
It's gonna be the same thing though. What was I trying to say though? We just need this man fucking FA page number 4. Where's the director's FA page number 4?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it looks okay. But again, this one was another one when I said, did you really have to showcase this for a PS5 event?
Yeah,
because
but the power of the PS5 again. It's the running theme.
Yeah, again.
That all the PS5 games we've seen have got cartoony, stylized graphics that are not going to utilize like mega realism, dude.
Damn, dude.
Like I like it. I don't get us wrong. We do like cartoony style stuff.
I do.
But
I don't think
if you're going to brag about, oh, my console is better than yours because we're gonna have like super graphics and we're gonna have the fast loading SSD. Do you really need a fast loading SSD for a graphic novel? Like you could have shown that anywhere else.
We're saying like we like cartoony graphics because I mean. Damn, dude! Look at this fucking brick texture. Look at this Minecraft fucking brick texture right here. I'm using Minecraft as just the filler B-roll footage Because that's what people are playing. People are playing Minecraft. People are playing Terraria. People are playing fucking, you know, Animal Crossing. And all of these do not have mega realistic.
I will say I'm surprised they gave you 2 terabytes instead of 1. Because I think that the default Xbox One is supposed to be only 1 terabyte. But that's besides the point. Because a hard drive was upgrading from 1 gig to 1 terabyte from 2 terabytes is just like $20. That's nothing. So, but yeah, as far as Night in the Woods 2 goes, it's like, no, Night in the Woods Scaly Edition would be cool. I mean, again, we're saying as a joke, like, but like legit, like if it's a good story, then it's a good story. But am I gonna spend $60 to read your book?
I mean, that's if
And
it's
then,
60.
like,
It's an indie game. It's probably going to be 20, let's be fair.
Even for $20, it's like I could just watch someone play. You get the full experience just from their reaction, and like I would still say your game is good, but I didn't want to give you money. I'm sorry, that's just me. But I get like some people are really into story in their game, like into story games. Like I love to have stories in my game. Like having a good story is awesome. Having great characters go into a good story, that's amazing. But I don't buy a game just to fucking hear the story.
And then again, you don't really need a PS5 for this one.
Yeah, you could really just whip out your phone and probably do the same. You whip out your phone, bro.
Again, that's the running theme. The PS5 is literally pointless. You could have put all this shit on the PS4, and it would all run on the PS4.
I wouldn't be surprised if this one gets on the Switch.
There was a couple of them.
I mean, maybe, like, again, Project Aether, if it ever happens, maybe. Godfall, possibly, but most of them are fucking PS4.
What's the next one?
Next one is Bug Snacks. Get that fucking... Listen, I'm just going to ask you a question, Blame, and I'm going to get you the video while I'm asking you this question. Have you ever seen the fucking Queen Chrysalis Flufflepuff videos?
Yeah.
It's the ice cream spider. They literally, like, took the Flufflepuff thing, which I'll play right now. Oh boy, here's another one. Bug Snacks. Also on PS4 and coming to PC and other systems later down the line. The power of the PS5. Oh, it's not looking good. That's quite a few games that are coming off the PS4 here or on the PS4. It's that. It's the ice cream spider. But you know, a joke aside, it's stupid. It's so fucking stupid to have these little animals that are also food products, and you know, it worked for Flufflepuff and it works here. I want to play this game.
I was gonna say this one looks cute at least.
This looks cute, this looks stupid, and I want to play it. You put this on the Switch, it will sell like hotcakes on the Switch.
Yeah, I don't know how many PlayStation players are gonna want to buy fruit snacks or whatever they were called, snacks. Yeah, snacks.
Which I saw that it was a studio that worked on some
Octodad, they worked on Octodad.
Oh, okay, so it's gonna be a multi-platform then, don't worry.
Oh, Metaporo! Look what I found!
Yeah.
You go, Metaporo, it took 3 minutes. I put this in the non-safe. It's in the non-safe for works, Metaporo.
Really? Really? Damn, dude, the internet worked quick! So,
what?
Like, I can't show the full picture of this to everybody. I'll just show the face. It's only been like an hour and there's already porn of female Ratchet.
Are you kidding me already?
That be quick.
Okay, vamos a sacar un nuevo juego de Ratchet and Clank. Pusieron una Lombax que es mujer, o sea, un Ratchet como de otra dimensión que es mujer, y hay porno de ella.
Damn, that's amazing. I mean, the sad.
Y es rosa.
The sad thing is,
Asumiendo el género.
like, it's also got some decent shading as well. It's not like some crappy little fucking sketch. It's not like some shitty.
I'm gonna bet you. I'm gonna bet you they worked on it the moment they saw her.
Yeah, they were working on it the moment they saw her, but that's still like an hour and a half tops. And that's not like some shitty little sketch. That's not like a rush job. Like, just take the caption of her tail. That's got like actual lighting and shading. Like, that's not a rush job. Somebody put the effort into shading that as well. That's fucking quick. The internet works fast. Even Dark's like, already? Already? Fucking hell.
I want it, but yeah, it was obvious it was gonna happen. Let's face
Yeah,
it.
but like, you know, give it a day. Like, you know, let people have 24 hours. This is literally 1 hour, 60 minutes. The dude's already fully shaded.
It's the internet. What did you expect? Also, we're all in house. Did you forget?
We're all in the house. Look, I get that we're all in the bloody house, but like, it takes me an hour to make a sketch.
Que tiene como shading y todo, o sea, está bien hecho, ni siquiera es.
It takes me an hour to make a sketch, let alone flat color it, let alone add shading on top of the flat color, let alone add lighting on top of the flat color and the shading. Like, holy fuck. That's impressive. But anyway, back to Queen Chrysalis Bug Snacks. It looks cute and weird and adorable, and I liked Octodad, so you know, I will be interested to see what Muppets Bug Snacks Muppets thing has to offer. Does anybody else have anything? Getting back on topic from you know, porn of female Ratchet here. Does anybody have any more thoughts on Bug Snacks?
I liked it too. It looks so silly and it looks stupid, but I really like that sort of weird silliness. Because they actually roll with it, and it actually, like, the art style, like, again, it's not a PS5 game, but I think the art style really, like, does lend itself to, like, being stupid and silly. And the freaking googly eyes, as soon as I saw the googly eyes, I was like, oh god, what are we going into? Because I don't know if you've seen, like, Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. It's something like that. Like, they all have googly eyes and they play on that stuff, but this one is just like ramping it up to the max level, and it's just so weird and stupid. And it kind of gave me vibes of there was this game about like a teddy bear that was like an assassin or something. It kind of gave me those vibes. I thought I was going to like turn around into a 180 at some point, but it really just kept on with the stupid. So I liked it. If it goes to Xbox or the Switch, I'll probably buy it. But
you know what?
yeah, no, again, not really a reason.
It literally only came to my mind before Blame goes. You know what else it reminds me of? It reminds me of Slime Rancher. Just make a silly little slime farm. But yeah, Bug Snacks, Blame.
Oh, but I thought we were done with Bug
No,
Snacks.
we got sidetracked by porn of female Ratchet.
Here, by the way. Put more in there.
No. Oh my god, yeah, there's like a million. That one's even more detailed. That one's got even more fucking shading. How do people do this shit in an hour?
detallado.
I cannot
Hay un arte que
sketch
se
in
puede
an
más
hour.
detallar. Y
How
no, como
the
una hora
fuck
de
do
evento,
people
o sea.
like pull this shit off in an hour? Fuck me. But yeah, your thoughts on Bug Snacks?
Spyro, a mí no. Ya sé que es internet. Y aparte están todos encerrados.
You may have gone from both
Well,
sides.
we got distracted by female fucking Ratchet, so
Yeah, I said I thought it was cute, and I mean, if I guess if I was, you know, not hit with Corona monies, maybe if I had money just to buy it, it'd be okay.
right, right. Where's my fucking book? What's the next one? Bug Snacks. Oh, Demon Souls Remastered. That got me fucking hype. You know, I like Dark Souls, and I played the fucking original Demon Souls, and that was some hard shit. And you know, that'll make you throw your controller. But like, you can't play Demon Souls now. Like, to try and play Demon Souls, like, because of how the PS2 works and because of how the fucking game was like coded, the game absolutely fucking despises emulators. Like, if you try and emulate the game, most of the time it will just break and crash and scream in pain. So like, to actually be able to have a good fucking remaster of Demon Souls, that got me like, oh yes.
It's the Bluepoint game that they were working on, because there were basically two games that we thought that they would be working on. It was either going to be Demon Souls, or it was going to be an action RPG or something like that. That was also like kind of forgotten. It looked good. It actually looked good, but I think it looked a little bit sort of cartoonish in some aspect. Like, I don't know if it's the lighting, because they actually made a lot more brighter than most of the Dark Souls games.
Demon Souls was bright.
Yeah, it looked brighter. Like, some of the, like, the dragon, it didn't, like, the part with the dragon especially, it kind of looked like it had a lot of light on it. Like, I don't know if it was noticeable for everyone else, but it kind of looked like a little bit more brighter than usual Dark Souls stuff. It could probably be just me, but it did look a little bit more sort of light-ish. It looks cool, it looks okay, but it does look like a PS4 Pro game at the end of the day. Like, I don't really see sort of the potential it could have. Like, maybe if it's all like seamlessly connected, and it don't really need like the white stuff for the entrances and all that. But I don't know, it's okay. I don't think it's going to come out until like 2022. But I think I like more how Shadow of the Colossus look. I think that one actually got the lighting perfectly. This one, I think they overdid it a little bit.
Fair enough. What about you, Blaine? You played Demon Souls, you played the original?
What? No, I didn't play the original Demon Souls.
What do you think?
I think it's Dark Souls. Honestly, like, if you've never played Demon Souls, it's hard to say what you think, because people will say, oh, it's just like Dark Souls, and it's not. They'll kick your ass more than Dark Souls, especially if they've left in the thing where if you die, half your life bar is gone permanently forever. Like, that's just going to be like, Jesus. Right, so...
Yeah, I was gonna say, since it's like an older game, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot more harder than Dark Souls.
Right, the other Bethesda game, Deathloop, you die, you come back, you try again. Wait a minute, didn't we already have this game a minute ago with Ugly Ass Lady? Damn, girl, you fucking ugly.
Yeah, I was waiting for us to come to this one, because I was gonna say we basically had the same game twice.
Well, what do you think, Spyro? What do you
I
think?
mean, what I think is, yeah, it's the same game twice, but also like nice to see that you are copying fucking We Happy Few. Oh look, it's the year 2000, but we still got the 1980s style, like masks and trash cans and stuff. So it's like everybody's happy and everything's rainbows, but it's a dystopian future, and it just looks like We Happy Few, but with guns. It's We Happy Few, but with guns.
Either last E3 or 2 E3s ago, I'm pretty sure I saw it. It didn't look interesting then, and it doesn't look interesting now, simply because it's another sort of shooter game that tries to be like sort of crazy and wild, and it also gives me vibes from like Borderlands, because they try to be a little go crazy and the world is dystopic and all that. I don't really like the game. It looks sort of like any other shooter. They just added like the look back mechanic. I don't know really how that's gonna work. They showed it and it looks like when you die you basically just look back to some place or to like some starting point. Probably it's gonna be a little bit like Minute, where like you always start from the same place, and when you die, well, you restart from there. But I didn't really like it. I didn't really like it. It looks again like Wolfenstein-ish, because it gave me that vibe like, oh, it's gonna be old styled and it's gonna be fun and it's gonna be have mayhem and all that. I didn't really like it. I don't know. Maybe it's just also a gripe with how Bethesda does these games, but I didn't really like it. And I'm pretty sure it's either going to be too short, or it's not even gonna be worth it, and it's going to be just stuff just for the sake of being crazy and wild.
I'm also gonna tell you right now, like, this is Bethesda, and like they're known for their bugs. And when he's like got that magic gun that like teleports him from location to location, and's throwing people through windows and shit, that is gonna bug out. You know, there's a bug coming with that. That's just gonna go tits upwards fast.
That's another thing that I also noticed throughout some of the games. I don't know if it was the stream. I'll probably need to check it later on YouTube or something. But some of the games kind of had like performance in some points. Parece un router, yo sé. Le puse un luego te lo but yeah, especially Gran Turismo, I did so like I don't know if it was because he was it looked like it got some dips in frame rate in some games too.
Right, we're nearly at the end now. Disconnected! Disconnected from the realm. Hold on, let me load back in. Press the disconnect button. But yeah, we are nearly at the end now. We're nearly at the big one. Alright, here we go. Right. So, Deathloop. Next one, Resident Evil 8. Which, it seems like they're on point. It's got a big spooky castle. It's got a zombie man. It's got a Dracula man. It's got a werewolf at the end. It looks like Resident Evil meets Castlevania. I like that idea. That seems like a really good idea. And you were on point. I really, really enjoyed Resident Evil 7. And if you're just saying it's Resident Evil but Castlevania, you got me really interested in Resident Evil 8.
I'm kind of conflicted a little bit. It does look really good, especially the theme that they're going on with like Castlevania and all this like more mythical and sort of supernatural things. Well, it also hits me like they're using some tropes that they already used in Resident Evil 4 and 5. 4 is, well, the castle, the village, the people that are like infected with some sort of T-virus variation. And also the part with Chris going evil, that happened in Resident Evil 5 with Jill, and that didn't went so well. I don't know if they're actually going to pull it all right with this one, but it did look great. I never really played 7 or the 2 remake or the 3 remake. I only saw gameplays because, well, I didn't have an Xbox One at that point. But 7 I did like. Resident Evil 2 I did
Have
like.
you played all of
3
7
definitely
now?
not.
Have you played all of 7 now?
I haven't played it. I've just seen walkthroughs. I wanted to buy it, but
If you can get that cheap,
probably do it
dude, I
at
would
some
buy
point.
7. I recommend Resident Evil 7. That's good shit.
Yeah, from what I saw, I think 7 is actually the thing that got them back into track. The first person thing, I do like it. I just hope they don't really put you into, like, they have to balance it well, because if you're putting all these supernatural things, you're kind of gonna have to like level it around so that Ethan is actually a little bit more powerful or experienced than he was in 7. But also you don't want him to be like the super soldier that Chris Redfield was in Resident Evil 5 and sort of 6. They'll probably pull it well, but we'll just have to see and wait and see. I think this one said 2021 or 2022. I don't remember. 21. So yeah, it's next year. I hope to God they really pull it well. I will probably actually buy this one, but I'm still cautious because of the Resident Evil 3 remake and because they're actually remaking Resident Evil 4. So it looks like they're pulling out from that sort of beta stuff that they had for Resident Evil 4. But it looks like they might pull it well with this one. We just have to wait and see how they use the characters that they already have.
Fair enough. You got anything to say on Resident Evil, Blaine?
Me? You know, like, I mean, I want to be happy they're doing another Resident Evil game for all the fans, but I mean, it's kind of just sour grapes now, Metapro. I don't know. Well, people should be better if they're not better than Metapro. Because always a Kojima situation, Metapro.
That's Konami. That's got nothing to do with Capcom.
What did he say?
No, but I thought that was the thing.
No,
before.
Silent Hill is Kojima. Silent Hill and Metal Gear, that's Konami. This is Capcom.
Oh, also that, it kind of gave me some vibes on Silent Hill. So yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of Silent Hill stuff.
But no, this is Capcom blame.
Well, then I don't really. Again, either way, not big fan. Like, not against it or anything. Just not big.
Okay, we're near the end now. Let's fucking open another one. What have we got next? Next we got the cats. We got Stray, the cat in the robot town. It was just a trailer. Look at the cat. Do you like cats?
Look at cat. Look at cat, Mitch Pro.
Yeah, do you like cats?
Oh no! Oh, that was that. I was also waiting for this one. No, like they just that looks like I said before, like it literally legitimately just looks like a waste of time. Like it's like Animal Crossing, a waste of time, but you don't get to do anything.
What did you think of Cat?
Again, I don't know if it's a third party. It looked interesting if you're actually going to play just as the stray cat, because it looks like you're like the only sort of organic creature that there is around. Because it's basically just all robots and they basically got over the world or something like that. Surely it's gonna have some kind of dark theme around it. Surely it actually looked good. Some of the graphics, I think it looked good. Also, the graphics, but again, I don't think it's something that you really need like a super high-end PC to get some. Maybe the fur texture, but aside from that, some of the robot textures and some of the walls and everything, it didn't really impress me that much. But the moment I did saw the cat, I think they did put a little bit more focus on its model. But yeah, I mean, I may try it if it comes to like another platform. But again, it's not a system seller. It's just another third party that decided to show up on PS5. It's probably to do because, well, PS4 is reigning supreme right now, but with PS5, I really don't know if they'll do that because they're not doing a lot of consumer-friendly stuff. So I don't know if the devs actually like thought about that a little bit.
I only hope for one thing in this game, that we can take that cat and we can rub it onto another cat so that that cat gets all fat. That's coming out, by the way. Yeah, apparently he's nearly finished working on Mutagenics. The legend come to life, Mutagenics.
Bro, I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt your video, but Mr. Bro, everyone's still alive in this game, and everyone has 8 health, 4 health, 2 health.
Oh shit.
Except for one guy.
Well, we nearly at the end. We have 2 games left, and then the box. And one of them's just the trailer again, which is Pragmata, where you're a spaceman and you save a girl from a satellite that shatters through reality. And there's also a cat.
It looked like Anthem. Like the spacesuit looked like Anthem. I really don't understand what it was. I'm pretty sure that was in-engine or like something like that, because it didn't really look like gameplay. It looked like a cinematic or a teaser. So I don't know. It's weird looking. They really have to show some gameplay to actually know what the heck is going on, or at least let us know some part of the story, because it literally is just a teaser for a weird game. It didn't really give us much to work on.
What about you, Blame? Have you got anything to say about Cat 2?
Cat 2, right?
Pragmata, the shattering the shuttle through reality to save the girl with the other cat.
What? Oh. I don't care.
And then we got the Coupe de Resistance, the one that they saved till the very end. Horizon Zero Dawn 2 Going West. Whatever the fuck it's called, Forbidden West. I'll let both of you go first, because I've got more to say on this.
Blame, you can go first if you have anything.
Oh, I mean, the first one looked neat. I don't know about the second one. I didn't care enough about the story in the first one, so I don't know. I mean, it looks nice, I guess.
Oh, it's my turn. Honestly, it looked the same. It looked the same like Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't really see a difference. Maybe the world might be a little bit bigger. Maybe, I don't know, it will be a little bit more interactive, like Breath of the Wild was, because that was another comparison that they did back in the day. No, the interactivity, like for example, you can light the arrows on fire and it will light up something around, or stuff like that, that Horizon Zero Dawn didn't really have on the PS4. Like, it looked super realistic and looked super cool, but it didn't really have that interactivity with all the elements that were around. And also, I don't really get the point of another game like this. Like, I get like they left it like a cliffhanger with the first one, but
Really, bro.
they sequel baited. But I don't really see the sequel. It's just another game, another open world game, in which again you have to do the same things probably. It didn't really look that different from the other games. It did have some like other robots like the mammoths and stuff, but I don't really know. If you really want to play an open world game, I think there's already better alternatives, and they're not PS5 exclusive. So yeah, it's not really my cup of tea. Like it felt really boring on the PS4. Probably the same in here. And honestly, among the bunch of all of the games that we saw, the only ones that really interested me was Spider-Man a little bit and Ratchet & Clank. Aside from that, maybe the weird one and Resident Evil, but those aren't really PS5 exclusive. So yeah.
Boy. So, I had fucking Horizon Zero Dawn and it was bad. It was really bad because the problem with
It was
it was fucking bad. Because the problem with Horizon is that it had many issues, but there was three main problems with Horizon. This great big open world, go anywhere, do whatever you want, is all a horrible illusion. And if we're comparing it to Breath of the Wild, because it came out at the same time, Link can climb any mountain. If you got the stamina, you can go up that cliff. Aloy can't. Aloy, she's like a deer. She's like a dog. You know, they can only see in like two colours, which is grey and yellow. And if there ain't yellow paint on the cliff, you can't climb it. Man, I could really jump up that cliff. No, you can't. There's no yellow paint on it. So, did that go anywhere? No, you can't. I mean, the physics engine was janky as fuck, so, like Skyrim, you could very easily, like, abuse the geometry and you could jump up the wall if you really wanted to. But, oh boy, but, let's get what that lady said.
Get ready to explore distant lands ravaged by massive storms.
The freedom to go anywhere, to go beyond all boundaries. Well, unless it's the play area boundary. If you go beyond that one, you get a big, giant yellow warning sign scolding you for leaving the play area. Of course, shattering the immersion of the world, because you're not in a living world, you're not in a real place, you're in a playground. But so don't leave the fucking play area, get your ass back in there. So if you ever, you know, managed to get to near the edge of the map and you saw something really interesting, some sort of unsolved mystery that got the community all abuzz, remember that whirlpool? Here's my footage of the reviews. Remember that whirlpool that everybody was going nuts about because it was like, oh, is it going to be DLC? It's the only whirlpool in the ocean. What does it mean? I don't know, because we can't leave the fucking play area. You go near it, I'm sorry, you have left the play area. How fucking dare you try and break the boundaries of our game? How dare you try and look at this magical thing that there's only one of in the world? There's not any other whirlpool in that entire fucking ocean, because both myself and everybody else checked. Just that one mysterious whirlpool. But don't you dare go near it, because you're a piece of shit for leaving the play area. So let's hear it again, lady.
Get ready to...
You can go anywhere, beyond all boundaries, except the play area, because you'll get scolded and you'll get thrown right the fuck back in. And, you know, the story was generic as fuck, because it's just the Terminator, it's just the Matrix. You know, Skynet took over the world and killed all the humans, so Terminator came back in time, try and make the call to John. Make the call to John. But yeah, so it was just Terminator or the Matrix, you know. Machines won, so we all got put inside a computer. And one big machine spread the purple Terraria corruption. Which is kind of funny, because this one's red. And Terraria just released its Journey's End update. So in the original, oh look, it's spreading the corruption. Look at all this evil purple corruption. Show a picture of Terraria. Ooh, that's evil purple corruption. And now in this one, it looks like all bloody tentacles, like fleshy plant tentacles. Hey, let's get a picture of Terraria's crimson. That's pretty fucking close. That's pretty fucking close. You've done the corruption, now you're doing the crimson. I think I know where this fucking story's going. I ain't playing that story because I've already played it once and it wasn't fun. It was generic. And anytime you wanted to have fun, the game scolded you for attempting to leave the play area. So, nah thanks, no thanks. But then we move on to the finale. After all this shit, we got the monolith and it started to vibrate and change shapes, and we got to see, after all this time, after them keeping it in secret for so long, the actual box itself, as well as some sort of TV remote, a headset, and oh yeah, and the camera, the HD camera. So yeah, what do you think of that box?
But then you wanna go first, or?
The box. We're at the end. What do you think of the box?
Oh, I mean, honestly, I mean, we're joking around, we're seeing it, but I don't care what the fucking system looks like, as long as it actually works good and isn't a piece of shit. But I mean, even with that being said, in all seriousness, that shit still looked like Google Stadia.
Yeah, it is a Google Stadia. I'm just gonna put like a side-by-side comparison of that and Stadia, because Jesus fucking Christ. Your thoughts on the box, Moon?
Oh god, where do I start?
Those sick,
honestly,
those sick tail fins for extra speed.
I'm gonna be really honest. I think I like the dev kit a lot more because at least that had a little bit more of substance. It had a really good shape to it. Because it looked like a beat. It looked sort of like modern, something like you actually want to see on your freaking on your table or wherever you have your console. This one, it looks like a trophy. I don't think because they were claiming that this is supposed to be a lot better with the fans and with having a lot more cooling power, and because they refuse to use liquid cooling for some reason, and they attached like 6 fans to that kit. So I'm assuming it's gonna be the same thing here.
I'll tell you why they refuse to use liquid cooling. Liquid cooling is good, but like, not for consoles. Liquid cooling takes a hell of a lot of maintenance, and I am surprised that even Xbox put liquid cooling in their Xbox, because there's no fucking way in hell most console users will know how to like properly maintain their liquid cooling. And the second one of those liquid pipes or that liquid cell shatters, there's gonna be madness. So like, I get why they didn't do it, and I have to also like kind of be like, damn, you are brave, Xbox, for trusting console users with liquid cooling.
What? Oh. Yeah.
I mean, it's probably not efficient, but then again, it saves you from having this monstrosity. Or you could have done what Xbox has, like actually have it a little bit more vertical. But I'm pretty sure that people are going to just put it on the side. I don't think it's going to stand there, because I think I did so in when they were showing it off that you could also put it like on the side. I don't like what they did with the texture, because apparently it's going to have like some grainy stuff on it. It probably helped with the air or something. I don't really know. But to me, it looks either like a trophy, and a really bad trophy, or an internet modem, which is awful. I don't know. Maybe if they did the dark version, like the the black version or some limited edition version that is in white. Maybe it will look a little bit better, but you could probably wait for a redesign, or I don't know, something that will happen in like 2 or 3 years, because let's face it, they're going to do it. But the design is just I don't know, it looks really like slick, and they also and they also revealed like a digital version only, which they copied from Microsoft. So yeah, but I don't really like it. Like, I have my Xbox One on like below my TV, and I don't know, it looks actually cool. And this PS5, it looks weird. It looks soft. It looks really like something that they just did because they wanted more air being pumped out of it, not really because they know how to design a console. And they also kind of shifted from the standard sort of design that they had with the PS4 and 3. But I'm not really feeling it. And even the controller, that one also, like, I think because everyone was thinking that they were going to unveil the black version of the controller. But yeah, I don't really like the PS5 design. I think I like more the Xbox Series X design, honestly. Yes, it looks like a tower. It looks like a freaking refrigerator, but it honestly looks cool, and it is gonna look a lot more like, I don't know. It just looks a lot more cooler and simplistic rather than all this mumbo jumbo that they're trying to do. And I don't know. They didn't really have to think over it a lot. They just did a tower, put a big fan on it, and it's actually efficient because it's gonna have a multiple air stuff around. So yeah, I think Xbox wins on the design part.
Alright, and let's
You want to talk about the price?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Let's bring it up. So, alright, so hello, this is me. This is Post Spyro. So in a minute, you're going to hear Blame arguing with me over the price. Because I was like, oh, it's 500. It's like, they haven't revealed the price. They haven't revealed the price. Stop lying. Stop saying they haven't revealed the price. Alright, let me clarify. Because obviously, I bring this up and I say, I'm going to go find it in post. And I do go find it in post. So, I bring this up in the video that Microsoft is planning to undercut Sony by $100. And I keep saying $500 because they are going to be... Phil Spencer has already made statements about how he's very heavily investing in the PC side of things. So when Halo Infinite releases, just like it did with Gears of War 5, Gears of War 5 released on Xbox, Microsoft Store and Steam all simultaneously. No exclusivity anymore. And he wants to do the same for Halo Infinite. So Halo Infinite will launch Xbox, Microsoft Store and Steam all on the same day. Because to Phil Spencer, it doesn't matter where you buy it. You can buy it on Steam, on Microsoft Store or Xbox. No matter which of the three you buy it on, you are giving Mr. Spencer money. All that money is still going back to Microsoft regardless of what platform you buy it on. And he has the luxury to do that. Sony does not really go for the PC market too much. So because he's got the luxury to do that, he is very, very heavily going to go all in on putting the games on all the platforms to recoup the losses from the Xbox Series X console itself, and is willing to undercut Sony by $100. Knowing the specs of both systems, they're a bare minimum of $600. And if Sony's is $600 and Phil Spencer wants to or Microsoft as a whole wants to undercut by $100 because they're going all in on PC, oh lucky, that's the $500 that Spyro keeps talking about. So I knew I was right. I knew he was saying that he's going to undercut them by $500, and by $100 to get it down to $500. And there's the title of the article.
Say it's there.
I will find it in post because
Don't count.
it will count because, like, I don't have time to go looking for it right now unless you want me to sit here and Google for fucking 20 minutes and make the video 2 hours long.
I know they just mentioned they don't mention the price before.
But Xbox is aiming then, fine. And I'll find it later. Because I'm not editing this shit tonight because it's going to be 1 in the morning. But Xbox is aiming for 500. And we have the estimation. Even though I think there is an official version. And whatever happens, you will see a annotation on screen right now and potentially a screenshot of a number. But Xbox is aiming, and I think potentially already has stated somewhere they are going for 500. Sony is yet to reveal a price. And there has been a Amazon listing go up that could be a fake one, could be dummy, that is saying it is £600 / $700. Oof. Now there's a good chance that is fake, but let's just pretend that's real, and we're looking at a $600 to $700 console. Oh, that ain't it, Chief. Because you put the PlayStation 3 at $600, and look what happened to the PlayStation 3. It got completely obliterated by the 360. But yeah, go on.
Well, again, for anybody actually watching this video, no, we do not have official numbers. But as I said, since day one, since they first started mucking about with, oh my god, look at your PlayStation 5, I always said that based on the components they have in the system, and based on the track record of all the console makers to lose money on their systems up front, even accounting for losing money, there's no way, and I mean no way, they're pricing any of these systems below, what's it called? Below $600. There's no way. There's just no way. At 600, they're still potentially losing money.
I'm telling you, Phil Spencer's going hard this generation because of putting Halo Infinite on the Microsoft Store, Steam, and potentially even Epic. He's throwing all his money into the PC box, and he's going to take that loss on Xboxes to sell cheap Xboxes and make the money back on PC. And Sony doesn't have that luxury. Sony doesn't like putting their shit out on PC on the exact same day.
And they're watching, so I mean, if we hear that back, I'll be right. If we hear back and they say 500, well then, I hope Sony proper, the company, is ready to fucking burn that money.
I don't think Sony can do it. Again, like, Microsoft will get away with it. Microsoft has the PC crowd, and they've obviously got the Microsoft Store, where they get all the ad revenue from the Microsoft Store. Like, Microsoft has the money and the resources to take that loss, but like, if they drop that console for 500, or let's be realistic and say 550, and Sony has to match that at 550, Sony is in deep shit right now. Like, Sony has to be prepared to release their games on PC at the same time to try and make some of that shit back.
They have Game Pass, they have everything. Like, honestly, Microsoft could just release the Xbox Series X and what's the name? It's not Scarlet, it's the other one. And I just mentioned it, but I got the name off. Because they apparently have a cheaper alternative than the Series X. So if the Series X is like 400,
it won't. No. I'm gonna tell you right now. Like, I'll agree with Blaine. You could get away with 500. There's no fucking way in how you're getting away with 400.
Okay, 500. If the cheaper alternative is going to be 400 or 300, they're screwed. They're basically screwed because they're going to win. either way they win because you can buy the 500 or the 300. If you can play the same games and it's just like one doesn't run it at 4K and the other one just like runs it at 1080p or something like that, I mean, they're going to win anyway because the only thing that Sony has right now is like they're going to do a digital only thing, which is probably going to reduce the price to only like $100, and even then. But yeah, I think obviously Microsoft is going to win on this one, and everyone's like, yeah, but Sony has the games. I mean, not really. If you think about the games that they have shown right now, it's mostly the same thing that they've used on PS4, and it's stuff that looks like PS4 games. So yeah, and also Senua Sacrifice is actually going to be on Unreal 5. So
also, like, aside from a couple like Ratchet and Clank, a lot of them are third party. Like the guys that are making Insect Bites, which is just like the guys that made Octodad, so we know that shit's coming to Steam. Bethesda and like that girl already said that Ghostwire Tokyo is coming to Steam. Like, we know a lot of that shit that they showed is coming to PC. So like, damn, dude.
yeah, that's another thing, that most of the stuff is going to be on PC or Xbox, which is not really that good. GTA 5 obviously is going to get ported for Series X. Most of the games are going to be ported. The Miles Morales thing, it honestly looks like a sort of, they're basically reusing the assets because it's the same city and everything. They're just gonna make you play as Miles. We did saw some electricity, and it didn't look like blue electricity, so it's probably going to fight against Electro again. So yeah, they're just reusing content from Spider-Man. And it doesn't matter how fast you can load the city too fast because now it's the power of the PS5. I mean, did anyone really care about how fast you can load the city when you were playing Spider-Man 2 or any of the other Spider-Man games? Like, you don't really matter about it. You actually really matter about how great the game plays and how good the villains are portrayed and stuff. And I don't know, Spider-Man, it was good, but some villains I didn't really like the designs. And the DLC was sort of just cash grab. So I don't really see a reason to buy a PS5, at least for now. You can probably wait until 2021 when the actual games started popping, especially Ratchet and Clank. But yeah, no, but just not. Or you can just like freaking watch it or gameplay or something like you can always do, because I mean we have YouTube now. You don't really have to be there to see the story or anything. Or just buy the cheaper Xbox Series X if you really want to game on a budget, and it's actually a next-gen console. Oh, and by the way, here in Mexico, it's probably going to be like $750 or like even more. So I don't think that's going to sell well here.
Oh, if it's like the full price, or if it's the estimated price, I should say.
If it's okay, I kind of know how to calculate the prices based on how much it costs in US dollars. The Xbox Series X, it was like $500 at launch, and it ended up being like 12,000 pesos. So if the Series X is going to be the same price, I will assume like right now with all the fluctuating stuff, it will probably like 13 or 14k. The PS5 probably is going to be like 18 or even 20k if they are actually going to be assholes. And the cheaper Xbox alternative, because it's going to be like 300 or 400, probably is going to cost the same as a Switch, which would put it into like 9,000 or 10,000 at most. So yeah, here in Mexico, I don't think the PS5 is going to sell all that great. And the games, because probably the games are going to cost the same as the Xbox One or PS4. Right now, PS4 games for some reason are a little bit more expensive, and Xbox One games are a little bit more cheaper, even the newer ones that just got announced. So yeah, it seems like Sony is going to lose a lot of people.
Fair enough. Well, how long was that? We've been going for as long as the fucking presentation. That's a 2-hour podcast. That is. So yeah, anybody got any final words before I do the outro?
No, just I mean, don't. I guess to anybody, like even if you're a Sony fan, dude, don't waste your money on a PS5. You still got a PS4. Roll with the PS4. That's fine. That's about it. It's not gonna be worth anybody's money, in all honesty.
On my side, I will probably get Series X, honestly. I was going to get both at some point, and sort of the deciding factor would be the price, obviously, but also the games that they show. Because of how Microsoft has been doing stuff and how I now have more Xbox games, I'll probably go with the Series X or the cheaper alternative that they're hiding somewhere, so everybody knows about it. Yeah, we'll probably go with that one first, and then probably a PS5 down the line, maybe when Ratchet and Clank comes. But yeah, we'll just wait on the PS5, honestly. There's no reason to buy a PS5 at this point. The games that are going to launch, most of them are multi-platform. They're not really exclusive. If you want to play Spider-Man, you can play Spider-Man already on the PS4. If you want to play Little Big Planet, you can already play it. Horizon Zero Dawn is already on the PS4 and it's going to come to PC. And also we don't really, I mean, you may say, oh, but they're going to run a little bit better on the PS5.
No, they'll run better on PC.
I wouldn't really...
You can spec your PC for that shit.
Yeah, they will run better, but honestly, if you have a catalog of PS4 games and like you just bought a PS4 Pro or even you have the base model, I don't really think you should upgrade right now. Probably down the line when it gets like a price reduction or something like that. Because right now it's going to be really expensive. B, it's going to be one color, and if you don't like this color, you're going to get stuck with it for the rest of your life. And 3, like, I don't know, probably the Xbox Series X. Like, if you're just gonna choose one, probably the Xbox One. But I don't know, that's at least for me. Or just buy a PC because most of the games are going to go to PC. So yeah, there's not really big exclusives to like purchase this. We were expecting Spider-Man 2. We just got Spider-Man 1.5. We were expecting Ratchet and Clank, but it's not really doing it to me. And we were expecting Crash, but let's face it, Crash and Spyro at this point are third party, so whatever console you pick, like it's really just decision. The haptic feedback, it could be a nice thing to have, but it's gonna become like the HD Rumble. It's gonna be something that you already have like stapled, and it will be nice for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then you just gonna turn it off or not really bother about it, because again, it's just a gimmick. It's not really something that a ton of developers are going to use. It's probably just something that will be there for Sony game developers, so not really worth the high price if the rumors are true that it's 500 or more.
Also, be honest, you just want a new Ratchet and Clank for female Ratchet.
Yes, and I also sort of like I never played to completion. I played the first one and got stuck because my friend didn't have a memory card, so yeah, it resets every time we turn it off. But I did saw like how the story was and how the gameplay was for all of the other ones. I kind of wanted to try this one. I may try it when it comes out, but it's not gonna come out until like 1 year, so yeah, it's not gonna really bother me that much. And you can probably buy a PS4 right now and play the movie game, or even a PS3, because I think they ported over the original ones there, so you don't really have to buy a PS5 at this point. It's gonna be like the launch of the one and PS4. It's gonna be nice, but it's not really gonna do much right now.
Yeah. And yeah, that's about it. Like, I'm the same. I'm not gonna be buying a PS5. I mean, you know what? You all just kind of disregarded it. Like, most of this, aside from again things like Ratchet and Clank, is third party. I know that Ghostwire is coming to the PC. I know there's, Dark Souls is already on the PC. It's inevitable Demon Souls will come to the PC. Like, most of this shit's gonna come to the PC, so I don't need to buy a PlayStation 5. I don't need to spend like £600 on it. It's not worth it for one game, because I know most of it's gonna be coming to PC anyway. And like, even if it don't come to PC, even if they keep some stuff like that bug fruits, keep forgetting the name, Critter Bites, whatever the fuck it's called. Even if they keep that bug snacks. Even if they keep stuff like that purely on consoles, quote consoles S, that's what my Switch is for. I've got a great library on my Switch, and I know half that shit's gonna come to the Switch, so I'll stick with my Switch. I've got my Switch and my PC. That's all I need, and I've still got a PS4 anyway, so don't matter.
I think most of the people are like the capture I just sent you. I just sent a capture screen, but I think people got really thorough man with this.
Spawnwave, PlayStation 5 console reveal.
Look at his face.
Oh yeah, he's not having a thing. Yeah.
And the spawn of the console.
Yeah, the internet, that one I can show. The internet works fast. Oh boy. Great. Fuel 20. And again, I just gotta say, that's fully coloured. That's fully shaded. That's got lighting effects. People work too quick. Jesus. Well, thank you for your contribution to the video, Flick. But yeah, that's it. That's our thoughts on the PlayStation 5. What are your thoughts? Comments down below. I've been Insane Spyro. We've also had Moon Knight and Blame, who have got icons. They will have had icons floating around somewhere, and I will put links to their channels down below. Blame Mothers usually makes Paladins and Realm Royale discussions with myself. And Moon usually reviews cartoons and sings songs. So that's their content, and their links will be down below, as well as a link to my Twitter to see what I'm tweeting, a link to the public Discord if you ever want to come in and chat, and a link to my Patreon if you'd like to support this further. But for now, and a link to my stream for when I have a live stream. But for now, that is it. That was a long one. Hot damn. So we all gonna say goodbye now and do other things. So that's a goodbye from me, and I'll let everybody else say goodbye. You can say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Sorry.
Bye, have a beautiful time.
And the only one that was antisocial was Blame.
I think that's normal.
Alright, stop recording.